resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Nashville. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 3rd division championship in as many years.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the Texans first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Texans first down.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Stroud working out of the gun. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
The #1 overall pick in April's draft. What an unlikely story to get to that spot. A 0-star recruit out of high school, the University of Incarnate Word, to Washington State, to Miami. And he comes into the league as Division I's record holder for most passing touchdowns in a career with 158. The Tennessee franchise now revolves around him and his development.
Now he's going to step up and run. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Here's 3rd and 9. Ward now working out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. That's into the hands of Ironman. And he gets this one just shy of 40, down at the 39. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing is Ward. Man, he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Play fake, here's Ward. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. Now Ward. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Chubb on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
The Texans first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Stroud will run the option left. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Play action. Stroud now. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's third and 4 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Texans first down. It's a gain of 6.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down and 8. Go play action with Ward. That's complete to DK. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
To throw, here's Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have the Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And the Titans first down. 1st and 10.
For all defenders, the big plays, they're the ones that eat at them. But the ones that really get to you, it's those little ones because they thought that they had that one contained. And instead of getting off the field, that 3-yard gain, that little 3-yard gain turns into a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll be brought down right in midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Right at midfield. Brings up 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 38-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Ward. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Ward. And he will find, and he caught up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And 1 at the 46-yard line.
Second down and a yard. And Stroud now to throw. Another one caught by Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Higgins. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And 3 at the 29-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to put a drive together. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Ward. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, you come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
3rd and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Texans first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Texans first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They'll run on first down. Marks. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Stroud to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. A gain of 22.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here's 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Tennessee offense set to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Play action. It's Ward. It's Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Out of the gun again to Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. They toss it down to Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now Ward. Incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, as we have now reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb, 14 yards. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, Ward. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now, Ward. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go, and now it's third down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Ward again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing is Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and 4. They go play action with Ward. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw, here's Ward. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 4 yards out. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. To give to Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to 25. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
At the 25-yard line.
Sheds off the tackle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 76 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 13 yards out. And the Texans have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw is Ward. That's complete to DK. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Ward now working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Just more of the same here. That's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another first down.
Ward. That's into the hands of Ironman. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the gun, here's Ward. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Okonkwo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. To Inigo Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun here, Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Stroud sets up the play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Texans.
He ran it last time. Now Stroud will throw it. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Texans first down. A gain of 12. First down, Houston.
And Stroud now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
slot man moves right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, what a juke into space. He's got a full head of steam. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, 98 yards. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans, nothing.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Stroud out of the gun here. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Texans first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Stroud working out of the gun. This pass complete to Higgins.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Touchdown! Jaden Higgins from 3 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Now 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action.
Off the play fake, Ward.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
From the gun, Ward.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Ward. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he will have a Titans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now, Ward. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Titans are going to have their 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Pollard again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now Ward, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
A 24-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Drops it off for Chubb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
8-yard pickup. First down, Texans.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, it's Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Stroud looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard set to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Going to run again here with Pollard. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a handoff to Cho. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Stroud. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Again, this is Chubb. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Did they decide to come back with it? Or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stroud to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown. 19 yards for Nick Chubb. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Titans 10.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Play action. It's Ward. That's complete to DK. 7 yards there at a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
As Stroud now to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this one to Collins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Stroud out of the gun here. Trying to stretch the field with Schultz. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. 3rd and goal, Stroud. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard again. This out past the 25. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not the best of throws that time from the rookie QB.
And now he'll need the support from the home crowd and the hometown fans because they know they've got a gem here. They know they've got a good player, but there will be mistakes along the way. They will have to show some patience in order to help him along.
Stroud completes this out wide. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Now Chubb running right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. You're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, he shifts past him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
This 2nd and 4. Play action now. Ward.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Ward. Now he's going to step up and run.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Ward.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Over the middle, he has a Cottrell.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Got a man, it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
18.
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Complete to Dalton Schultz. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 45-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.